Hey everybody, it's Ashton. I am making a video. It's been about 2 weeks. So now I am 6 weeks and 3 days on tea. And I haven't noticed too many differences since last time. Um, I do notice that I pass a little more often, unless I speak, because my voice apparently still sounds feminine enough for people to mistake me. So, um, still waiting for that to change enough that I don't feel self-conscious about it. Um, I've noticed a little bit more, like, they're very light and still fine, but more noticeable, like belly hairs, and things like that. And the sideburns are a little thicker, but it's still it's still very pubescent and a little out of control. I grow them out a little bit, and then I get all self-conscious about that because it looks a little silly, and it's weird for somebody my age to be going through that, and it just so I like it, but I can't wait for it to be at a point where it grows in that it'll actually look like adult facial hair rather than teenage facial hair. Um, let's see. My skin is a little bit, um, I don't know, I guess it's not quite as soft as it used to be. Uh, at least my face. Um, that's really that's really about it. It's mostly with the hair on my face is the thing that gets more each week. Um, so I guess that's it. Not too eventful really. Um, let's see. I went to Pride last week in Kalispell last weekend with a few friends, and that was a lot of fun. I got to meet uh, a couple people that I befriended on or not YouTube, Facebook, and they were there and introduced themselves to me. So it was nice to actually meet them in person and build a little bit more of that community. I purchased a book called The Color of Sunlight by Michelle Alexander. Um, she was at the Trans Day of Recognition last November that I went to. Um, and she told the story of, she's a nurse, and she told the story of how she worked with a terminally ill patient who was blind and also transgender, and that was her first experience, and basically just talked about how that opened up her mind and her heart, and she built a great lasting friendship with this woman. And anyway, she was telling us at TDOR that she was going to write a book. Well, it was finished, and she had them there with her to sell. So I bought one, and I've only had a chance to really read through the first chapter, but I think it's going to be an amazing book. And I got to speak with the author at Pride and just let her know how thankful I was for her writing that book and educating people. Um, I think it could be a good tool, because it comes from a non-trans perspective of a trans life, and the effect it had on her, the positive effect it had on her, and how she was able to view her patient as a person and realize her struggle. And so I think it's a good thing for, I'm thinking maybe having my mom read it, um, just to get that other perspective of somebody who didn't understand in the beginning and was educated by this woman. So I had a lot of fun at Pride, and dance like a fool, because I don't really know how to dance. There's a picture on Facebook, evidence of that, and but I had a lot of fun watching other people dance, hanging out with my friends. We camped out at the fairgrounds in Kalispell, and a friend of a friend brought a whole bunch of beef from a ranch in eastern Montana. We got to have steaks and burgers and salami, and it was pretty awesome. And let's see, went to a workshop, our discussion group, a transgender discussion group, and that's where I met the people, and that was good. And played some bingo, but I didn't get a bingo and didn't win anything. But it was fun anyway. I actually ran into a girl who I went to kindergarten with, oddly enough, and I knew I recognized her face. And finally, the second day, I was introduced to her and her wife, and realized that I knew this person from kindergarten. I mean, how crazy my memory is sometimes. Um, so yeah, Pride was good. I got to spend Father's Day with my dad and my mom. And my mom made dinner for my roommate and I, and some pretty awesome carrot cake. And so that was good too. My roommate came and picked me up, gave me a ride back home. She got her new car. I was really excited about it. Let's see here. Um, I'm gonna be getting my car next week. Super excited about it. And yeah, I just can't wait to finally have wheels again and be able to be more independent and not have to rely on people. So that's next week, and things are going pretty well. I'm happy, you know. I mean, there have been some stuff, I mean, in my life besides transition that have been a little difficult and still dealing with them and reeling from certain events, but as far as transition and myself, I couldn't be happier, and you know, just on the ride, waiting for things to happen. And I'm actually thinking, when I get my car, of looking for other jobs. I really want to work during the daytime. I'm tired of working at night and never really getting to socialize with my friends outside of the weekend. Because there are some times when I just want to stay home all weekend and watch movies, and be lazy. But at any rate, that's my life update. 6 weeks, 3 days on T. I'll probably update again in a couple weeks at my 2 month mark. I hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you then.